I know it's here somewhere. Finally. Oh, it's time for the doctor. You're listening to Dr. Bill, the computer curmudgeon. Take it away, doctor.
Well, it's that time again, and the doctor is in. It's time for another Dr. Bill, the computer curmudgeon netcast. And I have a new camera that I'm pointing to that you can't see. Oh, well. It's because I'm using it to shoot the picture. I mean, come on. Anyway, it's a Logitech. I like Logitech. They make good cameras. But this Logitech is a Logitech 920. Yes. You say, Dr. Bill, before you had a 910. Yes, I still do, technically. But this is a 920. You say, why did you go buy one model number different? Because, first, I like webcams. Second, the fact is, this webcam has technology built into it that allows it to do all the various compressing of video directly in the camera, and therefore it doesn't offload it to the computer. Now, the advantage to that is that when I move my hands around, you see me moving my fingers, they don't blur. Wow! You know, for a webcam, that's pretty cool. I mean, this is a full HD picture. You can see all the tiny little hairs in my beard. Not that you want to, but you could. Anyway. Wow! Just saying. Anyway, we are proud members of the Tech Podcast Network, techpodcast.com. If it's tech, it's right here on Dr. Bill, the computer curmudgeon. Yes. Anyway, interesting show today. This is Labor Day, by the way, as I'm recording this. This is actually a Monday. I normally do the show on a Saturday, but this is a beeper. I know some of you are saying, Dr. Bill, I know you're a computer curmudgeon, but a beeper? This is what we use when we're on call. And I've been on call all last week, all this past weekend, and even today on Labor Day. I currently have no calls. My battery is halfway spent, but no beeping. This is a no beep zone. Please don't beep me while I'm doing the netcast. Okay. Anyway, here's the thing. This has been a very difficult on call. There's been lots of stuff happening, and that's messed me up in terms of doing the show when I'm supposed to do it on a Saturday and things like that. So here it is. Fortunately, it's Labor Day, so I'm off work, so I can do the show. Okay. Anyway, boy, I'm just all over the place, digressing and digressing and digressing further back. My nose itches. Don't you hate it when that happens when you're on video and your nose itches? What are you going to do? You usually do that because you can't stand it otherwise. Anyway, Mozilla 15 is out. You're wondering, I tuned in for tech news. Where's the tech news? Well, we're getting there. Mozilla has released Mozilla 15 for PC, smartphones, and tablets. The most standout features are a completely silent background updater. Like Chrome, it doesn't come up and go, hello, you've got an update. It just does it. Yes. Significant memory footprint improvements. Now, this is a biggie. Mozilla Firefox has had problems with memory for a very long time. So long a time, in fact, that it's why I moved to Chrome. It was getting so sluggish from memory issues that I just finally said, okay, I love you, Firefox, but I just can't stand it anymore. Okay? And I moved to Chrome, and I've been very happy with Chrome. So, But anyway, they have improved the whole memory thing. They also have a built-in PDF reader, okay, and better speedy support, SPDY, protocol support, and a new native UI for Firefox Mobile on Android tablets. Yes. So those are all the things that are in the new version of Mozilla. So you should go download that, and once you download it and install it, it will update itself from here on out, and you won't have to think about it anymore. Good thing. Just saying. New GIMP. There's a new GIMP. I mean, this is like new week. You know what I'm saying? New GIMP easier for Mac users. Now, apparently, now I'm not a Mac user, so I can't speak to this. But apparently, Mac users had problems installing the GIMP in the past. Which, I gotta watch how I say this. I have close friends that are Mac users. And I am a wannabe Mac user. I would love to have a Mac and use it. Okay, so preface this by saying that. Let's just say that most of the Mac users that I have had any dealings with have not known much about the Mac in terms of the architecture and how it's built. They could care less and do not know that the Mac OS, the operating system, is based on FreeBSD or OpenBSD. Anyway, they don't care and they don't know. And to be honest, they don't even know there's a command prompt. You know what I'm saying? They just use the Mac interface and they're happy. Which is fine. But it does make it harder to install applications that are not fully Macified. And yes, Fred, I know, that is not a word. Fred, as you know, is the guy who puts the little things on the screen after the fact. And so I anticipate sometimes what he's going to say. And he likes to be snide. Yes, you do. Anyway, so the GIMP is now a self-contained native application for the Mac OS. Dude. So now it's easier to install. Just as easy as us Windows folk. You know, the folks in the steerage. Some of you have no idea what that phrase means. You gotta be a computer curmudgeon to know these references. Yes, you do. Steerage was the, you know, when you, in the old days when you came across the ocean in a ship, like if you were migrating, migrating. That's good. Oh, you're like a little bird, you migrate. No, you immigrate. You gotta admit it's a similar sound, migrate and immigrate. Anyway, if you're immigrating from the old country over to the United States, they would book passage in a boat. And they couldn't go first class because they didn't have any money, so they went steerage. Steerage was kind of below decks, you know. They migrated. Anyway, that's a history lesson for you. You say, Dr. Bill, you can't be that old that you remember steerage on the ships. No, actually, I'm just a student of history. I'm not that old. Okay. Anyway, I don't know why that really got me going. Okay. A new version of Dirtcaster has been released. Now, I have a confession to make here. And Henry, if you're watching, I'm so sorry. Henry Ratliff is our PHP coding master. He is the master of PHP. He's an awesome guy and probably the most patient and sweet guy you'd ever want to meet when it comes to dealing with people who do things they shouldn't. Here's what I did. He helped me actualize, if that's a word. I think that's actually a word. He helped me actualize an idea that I had to add a feature into Durcaster to allow it to work off the cloud. You know I'm all about the cloud because I'm a cloud engineer, right? Okay, server engineer who does cloudy things. Virtualization and so forth. Anyway, the point is that I put all of my videos, these videos that I'm shooting right now, I put these videos into Amazon S3 cloud storage. Then there's a feature in Amazon called CloudFront that allows those media files to be replicated all across the entire planet. Okay? Then, wherever you access the show, like if you're in Singapore, it will pull a local copy of the file, which makes your response really quick no matter where you are in the world. Okay? Now, here's the thing. The way Durcaster is designed to work, the media files are supposed to be in the directory that Durcaster is residing in. That's the prior design of Durcaster. The whole idea of Durcaster was that you take a media file, you drop it in a directory, and that's all you got to do, because all the MP3 tags that you put in the media file, Durcaster will strip all that out and will create an RSS feed that is iTunes compliant based on those meta tags that are in the file. Now, couple of problems. One is if you put your media in the cloud, there's no server there to run Durcaster and interpret PHP code. Okay? That's just in a regular straight S3 file storage account. Okay? I know you can get cloud-based computing services and all that kind of stuff, but that costs more money. Okay? So if you've got a server, like a web server, the idea of this was to put Durcaster on the web server and substitute, instead of having individual media files on that same server in that directory, put text files that have the information of where that media file actually resides in the cloud, and then you can reference that cloud storage with the attributes that's in the text file, in various, parameters within that text file. Okay, cool idea, but I'm not a coder. I dabble. And dabbling is not enough to do this. Okay, you got to know what you're doing. So Henry said, I can do that, and he dove in, and man, he made it work, and I had it working, and it looked good. So I released it to the internets as Durcaster 0.9i. Okay? So I released it on September 1st. I thought, September 1st, dude. I mean, that's a perfect time to release a whole new rewrite. Well, some of you who are coders, like you, Mike, I know, probably have already figured out what happened. Yes, of course there were code changes, because when you release a new product, you've got to thoroughly test it. And you find your bugs before you finally release it. I released it early with bugs in it. And Henry's like, what? Can't blame him. Anyway, so I've been doing little secret updates of the file as he's been fixing things. So just wait a few more days before you download the final 9i, okay? Just saying. I'm sorry. I was just so excited. Dude, this is so cool to be able to have your stuff in the cloud and actually have it, work like that. So, I was excited. I'm still excited, actually. But anyway, so just wait. I mean, today's Monday. We're still doing some tweaking. So just hang in there, and I'll let you know in the blog when it's finally time to download 9i. The one that's out there right now actually does work, except for one little tiny thing, which is the images in the individual feed items. So, you may not even use that feature, so you're okay. Yeah, I know. As a buddy of mine at work, Phil, would say, put out your hand. Okay. Oh! Yes! That drum roll that Fred just put in there to tell me move on, is the drum roll for the Geek Software of the Week. Now, the Geek Software of the Week this week is not software. Well, it is, but it's not software you download and use on your machine. It's a website. Geek Website of the Week. That's why I changed the name of the thing you put it under to Geek Website of the Week, just so you'll know that it is indeed web-based. See, this is the thing. We're moving to web-based applications. You may have noticed this. It's the whole cloud thing. And so, this, I haven't even told you what it is yet. You're sitting there going, okay, what is it? It is Screencast-O-Matic. Gotta love that name. Screencast-O-Matic. Sounds like something I'd do, So it's screencast-o-matic.com, as it says here on the screen. Anyway, here's what it does. It is a one-click screen capture recording program for Windows and Mac computers with no install for free. So you don't have to install anything on your computer. That's good. And it's totally free. That's good. And this is a pretty cool idea when you think about it. Okay? You don't have to bog your computer down with a bunch of software. And obviously it's running really fast if it's running off the web. So cool. Now, they have this free version that has a limit of 15 minutes of capture. Okay? You can get a pro version that has unlimited time. But it's still pretty cool. 15 minutes is usually enough for a lot of demos. So that's pretty cool for free. So anyway, you can show users how to use software. You can do all kinds of things with it. But let me read you some of the features. Max record time of the free version, as I said, is 15 minutes. Free hosting of your image, that is for the 15 minutes version. Record screen and webcam in the same thing. Publish to YouTube HD. Publish to an MP4 file, so you can locally copy it down as an MP4 file, an AVI file, or an FLV movie. FLV, of course, being Flash video. It's old. Anyway, Flash is, not this program. Publish to Google Docs. Publish screenshots. No watermark when publishing, even on the free version. But, like I said, it's limited to 15 minutes. Password protect your screencast. And use offline outside browser for the Windows platform or the Mac platform. So, okay, pretty cool stuff. All right, just saying. So anyway, man, this has been an odd show. I think it's because it's Labor Day, and I'm not in the mood to labor. I'm wanting to play and code a little. I've got an idea on Durcaster. See, you can tell I'm really into Durcaster. I tend to get on these little tears where I'm into things. Right now, I'm really concentrating on Durcaster. And here's what I want to do. If I have time today, I may try to jump in and do it. I want to create a screen, a web-based, we were just talking about web-based software, web-based screen where you can enter your information for your override file tags directly into the screen, hit a button, click, and it will publish the text files. In other words, it will write them to your server in the override files directory. Now, for some of you that are that don't use Durcaster, you're going, what'd he say? Don't worry about it. But you could see the geek light in my eyes as I'm thinking about how to do this. Yeah, some of you are going, no, that's just insanity, Dr. Bill. No, it's excitement. It's like last week's netcast screenshot for netcast number 253. My eyes are kind of going, and it looks like I'm a nut. Okay, Fred, calm down. Okay, anyway, so I trust you enjoyed the netcasts. Join us next week, which is going to be here sooner because today's Monday and next week's show will be recorded on a Saturday. So that show's coming up quickly. That show will have a Game Master segment where the Game Master will continue talking about whatever it was he was talking about last time. My mind just went completely blank. Guild Wars 2, yes. It came to me. I'm picturing him in my mind's eye going, Guild Wars 2. And that reminded me. So anyway, we're going to do that Game Master segment and have it for the next netcast. This will be a nice quasi-short netcast, the Labor Day edition. There you go. So remember, until next time, that the Doctor is out of here. I should do this. Out of here. Dr. Bill, the Computer Curmudgeon, is a production of DrBillBailey.net with all the honors, rights, and privileges thereunto appertaining.